Hi guys, I wanted to create a video on some unique things about the pancreas and its function and its malfunction. Okay, the pancreas is located underneath the left rib cage. It can also extend over to the right a little bit, but it has the interesting dual function of being an endocrine gland and an exocrine gland. Okay, so it makes hormones and it can make and secrete enzymes. Okay. So insulin, you pretty much know what that is. It regulates the blood sugars, right? It lowers the blood sugar. Glucagon is a hormone that opposes insulin. So what happens, this is triggered when you're not eating, so it does the opposite of insulin. So it raises blood sugar by mobilizing fat to keep your blood sugars level between meals. Okay, so, and it's also triggered by exercise and consuming a moderate amount of protein. And it also, it's one of the fat-burning hormones, glucagon. But you know what insulin does. Now you know what glucagon does. Enzymes. Every time you eat, the pancreas is a workhorse to produce enzymes to help you digest food, especially if you're consuming more cooked foods or pasteurized foods, things like that, because your body has to break it down. The enzyme lipase, for example, works with bile to help break down fats to the smallest particle. So there's a lot of enzymes that your body makes. One is being, it's called elastase, which basically is a protein enzyme that helps specifically break down elastic fibers like collagen, fascia, cartilage, that type of thing. And then you have bicarbonates. So bicarbonates are there to help neutralize the acid coming down from the stomach. So it has a little tube, and you got the stomach, you have the small intestine. So that acid coming down there needs to be neutralized because you have like a between 1 and 3, very, very strong pH, and you need to quickly chill that out. So that's why your pancreas makes the bicarbonates to neutralize the acid coming in the small intestine. Okay? So there's a condition called endocrine pancreatic insufficiency. Okay? That's basically when the pancreas stops making enzymes. All right? So here are the symptoms: diarrhea, loss of appetite, weight loss. So then we have steatorrhea, which is basically your body's not breaking down fats, so the stool is oily and it leaves a little skid mark in the toilet and it has a bad odor, okay? And then you have gas, abdominal or stomach pain, decreased absorption of the fat-soluble vitamins, and it can affect blood sugars. In other words, pancreatic insufficiency can cause type 1 diabetes and even type 2 diabetes because you're decreasing the function of the pancreas. So what happens when you have one part of the gland being dysfunctional, you're going to have the other part too. So when you no longer can produce the enzymes, you're no longer going to produce the hormones as well. Okay? Now, I want to talk about the causes of pancreatic insufficiency. So you have cystic fibrosis, which is an inherited condition, which basically starts really blocking the function of different organs: sinus, lung, liver, and pancreas. So that would be one cause. The next cause would be something called chronic pancreatitis. So there's this chronic inflammatory condition of the pancreas, which could be caused from gallstones, because if you block that duct with the gallstone and it backs up, these enzymes back up, those enzymes are so powerful, especially the proteases, they can start dissolving and creating inflammation in its own gland. Okay, so that would be one cause. Or there could be a virus or an autoimmune condition of the pancreas, or the person drinks a lot of alcohol, really destroys the pancreas, or high fructose corn syrup. The liver doesn't differentiate between the effects of high fructose corn syrup and alcohol. They're both very, very similar. So consuming high fructose corn syrup is like drinking alcohol as far as the liver is concerned. It creates a lot of liver damage, but it also has something called a cytotoxic effect on the cells of the pancreas that make insulin. Okay? In other words, they kill the beta cell. They have the capacity to actually kill the cells that make insulin. And that is a link between high fructose corn syrup and not just pancreatic insufficiency, but diabetes directly. So there's two additional things that go even beyond regular sugar: high fructose corn syrup, which is a type of sugar, or you can have pancreatic insufficiency, which is another cause of diabetes. So there is a huge link between high fructose corn syrup and diabetes. I put an interesting link down below. Check it out. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video.